Thanks for checking out GuardiansOfGreenBeret.com. Today we present Jim Browning. He was sent to us by a number of people who've interacted with him over the years, saying he's claimed to be a Green Beret Ranger, combat tours in Iraq, Afghanistan, Bolivia, Africa, security detail for high-ranking NATO and other government officials, military FreeFall, Bronze Star, Purple Heart, shot in the shoulder, on and on. It's all false. So we called him and he denied it. And when he realized we were recording the phone call, he did a very careful admission. And you could hear him talking about being a summer ranger and not having to go to Alaska for the Q course, the Special Forces Qualification course. He never attempted either. And then we segue right into the 18-minute phone call with him where he really song and dances and denies until he realizes we're recording it, and then he admits it. Afterwards, check out our website. The link will be down in the description, and you can see all the records we have on him, the emails we received about him, and other fakes, frauds, and phonies we've exposed over the years out here.
Did you go through SFAS, Q course, Ranger School, anything like that in the wintertime? You could give her some advice?
No, I was a summertime ranger. So we had, however, I tell people the coldest I've ever been is, I was August in Florida, honestly.
Yeah.
So I think it was 85 degrees outside, and I was wet for 2 weeks. And
well, yeah, that's why you're so cold, because you're wet constantly.
Yeah, it was, I think that was my point. My point of reference is I was, people are like, what's going on? I'm like, the coldest I've ever been is August in Florida. And then I've never actually been to Alaska. So it was never part of my training in SSAS or Q course or anything. So nothing.
Additionally, if you've heard Jim Browning make any type of claims towards being a Green Beret, Ranger, combat, colonel, 30 years in the military, or any of the above, Purple Heart, send us an email, contact@guardiansofthegreenberet.com. Your email address will be redacted, but whatever you put in the email itself will be shared in the picture section of our article. All right, out here.
Good afternoon, this is Jim. How can I help you today?
Hey, Jim Browning, Steve Anson, Guardians of the Green Beret.
How's it going, Steve?
Good. Hey, we're getting ready to do an article on you on our website. I see you claim 20 years in the service as a Green Beret and Ranger, multiple combat tours.
I'd prefer an article not be done on me.
It's already in the works. I'm just trying to get your comment.
Who's put forward an article on me?
I'm writing it right now. I have your military records and multiple emails of people claiming that you said you were a Green Beret, Ranger, Colonel, multiple Purple Hearts. All that's false.
No, that's false.
Yeah, you were never a Green Beret. You want me to read you your records?
No, I'm not claiming that.
Oh, you never claimed to be a Green Beret?
I've worked with them.
And you never claimed to be a Ranger and never claimed to have received Purple Hearts?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Why does your bio on some charity say you had, 20 plus years, or is it 30? And you're a colonel? Hang on. Let me read this. Leveraging 30 years of special operations experience as a Green Beret with multiple combat tours. That's all false.
I didn't write that. I didn't write that at all.
What do you say to those?
That combat to community. I didn't write that.
What do you say to the multiple people that have sent us emails that virtually say the same story, that you claim to be a Green Beret, multiple tours in combat, Purple Heart.
I have never claimed any kind of Purple Heart exercise, nothing.
What about Ranger?
I am a DV.
I've never said anything about that. What about giving advice on Ranger School, if I've heard you say that?
Given advice on Ranger School?
Absolutely.
I have given advice on Ranger School.
That you were in Ranger School.
I did not attend. I did have orders. I did go through prep.
Okay, because I have a recording of you
giving advice on Ranger School. I absolutely gave advice on Ranger School.
I've
gone through a lot of those programs.
I have a recording of you.
I've never been a Ranger.
I have a recording of you talking about the Q course.
Yeah.
You never even attempted selection, much less the Q course. How would you ever talk about it?
I was simply there on recovery. I was convalescing.
Okay,
and
so
the reason I went to Duke.
Yeah, what is?
So I supported.
So I mean,
was part of the support group. Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm going to reach out to these people because they're absolutely emphatic that you've claimed to be a Green Beret. And what's the boss, the president of your and owner of the company you work for?
So, are you getting the Tim Beal is somehow involved in? I fired that guy like twice.
I'm talking the owner.
The owner. You're talking about Matt?
He's not under the illusion that you're a Green Beret? Are you going to call him a liar?
So, Matt, I have mentioned to Matt that I did work with special groups.
No, that you were a Green Beret.
But I probably was not as open on that. I give it.
So you're saying you did claim to be a Green Beret in front of him, and he's not a liar?
What I claimed is to work with the special groups.
No, you claim to be a Green Beret. I have
you're telling me
four different people.
Matt Edmondson.
4 different people that say you claim to be a Green Beret. All 4 of them are sure. And I tell them, I say, now, did he claim to be a Green Beret, or did he say he served in Special Forces? And this was before I had your records. Because I said serving in Special Forces is different than being Special Forces. So how did he word it? And all of them said, no, he claimed to be a Green Beret and Ranger and multiple combat tours. Are you calling all 4 of these people liars?
I would love to have a conversation with each of them. So you've got 4 individuals there, instigated by a guy that I fired for sexual harassment and bullying of a female teammate, pulling together information in an exaggerated manner to try to undercut me and my leadership within the organization. Is that what we have here?
Not anything close to that. 2 of the people that ended up sending in emails were somewhat apprehensive about doing it. They didn't want to get involved. They wanted everything off the record. And they weren't put up to it by anybody. Okay? It's people that I found throughout this investigation. And how come you still allow that bio to be shared about?
I don't even know what bio... That bio is not written by me. For my life, the words that you spoke were the first time I've ever heard that.
It's your board member, Jim Browning. 30 years special operations. You were never in 1 year special operations.
I never wrote that bio. I have never read that bio. I have never attended a board meeting.
All right.
This is someone specifically, I'm going to guess who that individual is, that is using my reputation within the market space to generate money for his private or his 501c3 in support of combat community, which, by the way, I do support.
Okay.
I support their mission. I have never been on that website. I have never put together a bio. I have never set anything up. Any words that were there are someone else's.
All right, so I'm going to take this phone call that we had and reach back out to all 4 of those people and tell them that you called them liars because you're saying you did not claim to be a Green Beret, and all 4 of them said that you did. And I see it in your board member bio, and I'm sure
I'm sure have a board member bio that I've written.
Hey, we're going to go ahead and move forward with the article because we're not saying you claim to be a Green Beret. What we usually do is put it on our website. We'll say Jim Browning Green Beret question mark, not so fast. We're going to say that he was sent to us by a person that knows him, and usually we don't move forward with one person because it might be your neighbor and is pissed off that you don't mow your grass quick enough. So we say we need multiple emails. And once we got the multiple emails, including that bio on a website, we saw there was enough evidence to move forward. So we got your records and decided to reach out to you.
There's no official documentation that you're going to find written by me that makes that claim.
All right, I'm going to reach back out to those 4 people, and it's not us saying we believe that. It's these 4 people.
You are following up on the story from a gentleman whom I fired for harassment of a female employee. Well, and now so now he's going to take statements that were made out of context and move it forward in an effort to somehow irritate me.
How could those be taken out of context when 4 different people said you claimed to be a Green Beret? Because I explained to them, I said, you have to be absolutely sure. And where's this one? Well, you weren't a colonel either, were you?
No, I was not a colonel.
Okay.
Major.
Right. One guy said that, let's see, Ranger, Airborne, Air Assault, and Military FreeFall qualified. His claims include tours in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Africa, being stationed in 10th Group. All right, let me reach back out to these guys for clarification. I might reach back out to you after they say beyond doubt he said it or...
Okay, so here's the baseline. What's the purpose?
Well, you could look at our website. We post fake Green Berets on there in case somebody in the future has a question and Google's Jim Browning Green Beret, he'll see the article come up.
Do it.
And we'll show them the emails in the article and then show them your records, which we legally got from a Freedom of Information Act request.
The DD-214s are easy enough to pull together.
Right.
But, so your purpose is what?
To correct a lie.
Okay. So we're going to have, the great debate of you've got, so do I get a rebuttal with the person who's bringing this against me is, been fired several times, et cetera, et cetera?
You're more than welcome to send us an email with your side of the story, and we'll gladly include that. But I'm going to reach out to the 4 people that emailed us and pretty much say he's calling all you guys a liar. He's saying he was misquoted or misunderstood. He never once claimed combat. He didn't claim Ranger. He didn't claim Purple Heart. He didn't claim any of those countries. He didn't claim, did I say Colonel, Air Assault, Ranger, the Green Beret, any of that. And see what they say. And I'll probably include a second email from them when they double down or whatever. But I'll reach out. I'll reach back out to you.
You know what? I will. Here's what we'll do. I will reach out to them if they're willing, if they're going to continue along these roads. Because honestly, are we being recorded here or no?
Yeah.
Okay. If there have been some statements that were inappropriate
By you.
by me.
Claiming to be a Green Beret. I have one on recording. So, you might as well just... We've been song and dancing now for 11 minutes. You claim to be a Green Beret. You claim to be a colonel. You claim combat. Now, I have not heard anything about Purple Heart. I do have that in an email. But all you have to do is come clean and say it won't happen moving forward.
I don't have Purple Hearts or anything like that.
Well, I only have that in the email. I didn't hear it.
Yeah. Okay. There's nothing in that genre. I worked with the Green Berets in 10th Group out of Carson.
That's different than being a Green Beret, though. Would you agree?
That is different from being a Green Beret.
Yep.
I trained with them. I then, while in North Carolina, healing up from a femur caused by, service injury, airplane, hard concrete. North Carolina, I then helped with Q course.
You were never in the Q course. You never once attended.
No, I helped with logistics on the Q course.
Yeah. What I need to do, you say, we could listen back to the.
I was not a Green Beret.
But you led people to believe you were.
That was inappropriate.
Yeah, so you claimed to be a Green Beret when you weren't.
Inappropriate, and you are correct.
There you go. That's what I was after. Why did you say you didn't do that?
Working with the Green Berets, I'm just saying, working with the Green Berets is different than being amongst the teams.
Yeah, but you claimed to be a Green Beret, and this whole phone call you said you didn't.
You are correct, and I will no longer make that statement.
And you won't claim to be a Ranger, and you won't claim combat.
I have never claimed to be a Ranger.
All right. Well, you said you never claimed to be a Green Beret, but now you admit it. So I'm beginning to believe those 4 people that emailed us. And once those people hear this phone call, they're going to say that's, insert explicative here and say, I'll get 2 or 3 more people. So
I have misrepresented in the Green Beret.
And Ranger.
I have never said I was in that.
But you said you went. You said you were in Ranger school. You completed Ranger school. I do see you completed airborne, basic airborne course.
So and I did have orders to Ranger school.
But having orders does not mean you completed Ranger school.
That I did not receive a tab.
There you go. All right, that's what I was after. Hey, I'll let you go. I'm going to follow up with these people. Do you want me to reach back out to you after I get feedback from them, or just move on?
Well, yeah, reach back out to me.
All right, brother. I'll let you go out here.